welcome back to Practically Pediatrics. I'm Dr. Marian and and by popular demand, I'm here again with my mom, Dr. Mona Iskander.
Okay.
I thought it would be fun for you to join me in this topic because we're going to talk about tantrums.
Okay.
And you're probably going to find by the end of this video that there's a huge generational and cultural difference between the way you were raised and maybe the choices you're making and how you're raising your own kids now. So I thought it would be a fun little eye-opener if we bought old school and new school.
Okay.
All right. So I am not a parenting expert. We are pediatricians, but pediatricians are not experts in parenting. I was and still am a parent that struggles with her children from time to time. So all the information I'm giving you in this video, I did not come up with it. I actually set aside time and paid money and humbled myself and took an online parenting course, and I learned a lot. I was doing a lot of things wrong that I thought was right. And it's totally changed my parenting style and my relationship with my kids for the better. We have more happy, calm times and less stressful, tantrumy times, which I think is the goal of all parents. Tantrums. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is such a big topic, so I really have to condense it as much as I can. So I'm just going to go over really basic foundations of parenting and discipline. And then in the next half, we're going to role play and show you how to actually apply it in real life situations.
Okay.
All right. Foundation number 1. It is not your job as a parent to keep your child happy and calm all the time, okay? If your goal is to keep your child just happy all the time and never cry and never have a tantrum, you're kind of going into the permissive parenting type, which is not good. You are not going to raise a well-rounded adult in that way, right? Number 2, the point of a disciplinary situation is not to get your child to agree with you. Your child's never going to be like, yeah, I see your point. Thank you for explaining that. They don't have to agree with you, but you still have to hold the boundary, and that is how they learn over time.
Right.
Number 3, we are putting boundaries on behavior. We are not putting boundaries on their feelings, meaning all feelings are okay, even the ones that are hard to deal with as a parent. So anger is okay, sadness, frustration, the tantrum is okay. They are allowed to get those emotions out. It is very normal for a child's brain to go into a tantrum, okay? So they can't help it. They are not doing it to you. They are just doing it because they don't have impulse control and they don't have forethought to really control how they feel in any way.
I remember you were saying, nobody loves me. I want my mommy. Nobody loves me.
Can someone get my therapist on the phone? Now, let's go into the neuroscience of a child's brain. A child's brain is very primitive. They're kind of like cave people. They're not going to think.
Yeah.
They don't have sophisticated higher thinking. They don't have control over emotions or their impulses or their behavior sometimes. So when your child starts to melt down and is kicking and screaming and being aggressive towards you, the last thing you want to do in that situation is start to yell at them, scream at them to be quiet, settle down. What that's going to do is going to stimulate the very primitive side of their brain, the fight or flight response system in the brain, and that tantrum is going to get louder and last a lot longer. So we want to approach chaos with calm. Keep yourself calm. And I will say that is the hardest part of parenting is managing your emotions for the sake of your child. Once you can manage your emotions, you're golden. You're already halfway there. So yelling and aggression while your child is melting down, number one, is going to stimulate the fight or flight response. Everything is going to get more chaotic. I guarantee it. And you are honestly, inadvertently going to reinforce the bad behavior, right? And this is the way this works. In a child's mind, any attention is a win in their book. They got you to stop what you're doing,
And you come
walk
to them.
over to them and give them all your attention. So they're gonna know how to get your attention later on, right?
Right, yeah.
So for unwanted behavior, you have to stay calm, almost monotone and apathetic. Got it?
Okay.
Hard,
Very.
but important. So just to piggyback on that, tantrums and defiance are usually because your child might be lacking one of two things. One is they are lacking your attention, or number two, they are lacking power and control. It's a natural human instinct to feel in control. Even adults, we like to feel in control of our environment. When things are done to us or we're being forced, we naturally push back. Your kids are the same.
Right.
So you always have to give them the feeling, at least, that they are in control. And you can do that by giving choices. We're gonna do this right now. Do you wanna do it this way or that way? We're gonna eat fruit. Do you want an apple or a banana? No. We're gonna take a bath now. Which bath toy do you wanna play with? Things like that. And then you also have to give your child enough positive attention so they don't seek it out
As a negative attention.
in ways as a tantrum or bad behavior.
Right.
And then the last foundation, always talk to your children with, number one, calm, respect, empathy, and compassion. Remember, they are not doing this to you, okay? They are not trying to make you angry. They're not trying to make your life difficult. So we want to kind of embrace them when they are melting down and just give them a lot of loving support and get through the meltdown together. An example that they give in this parenting course is talk to your children in a way you would talk to a friend, an acquaintance, a coworker. Let's say you're a boss. Would you say, "How could you do this? I told you 1,000,000 times. What is the matter with you? Are you stupid? Are you not listening to me?" No, adults wouldn't, well, you shouldn't. We would never talk like that to one of your workers, right? One of your employees.
Yes.
Because number one, they're not going to respect you after that. They're going to completely shut down, or they're going to quit, right? So you haven't really taught them anything. You're not changing their behavior. You're not encouraging them to learn and grow. You're just shaming them. And do you think you're going to get a good response? Absolutely not. So treat your children and talk to your children as if you are a boss talking to an employee, right?
Right.
Encourage them, help them. Let's try it this way. Let's try it that way. You're doing great. I'm here if you need me. Nice.
Yeah, so you teach not with intimidation.
Right. Let's implement certain tactics and demonstrate the foundation. And this is how it's going to play out in real life. When your kid is having a meltdown or is doing something you don't want them to do or something that you want them to stop, number one, you are going to call it like you see it in one sentence, right?
Acknowledge the situation.
Acknowledge the situation through your child's perspective.
Right.
You are gonna okay any feeling that they are feeling. Anger, frustration, sadness, I hate you, this sucks. You're gonna okay any way they feel. All feelings are okay. Number three, you are still gonna hold the boundary.
Right.
Okay? And then number four, you're gonna give the power back to them by the end. So let's play this out. We're gonna pretend I'm the mom. You're the baby.
How old I am?
You are 3 years old.
Oh my God. Okay.
And we are at Target because that's when most meltdowns happen.
Right.
And you want a toy.
Mommy.
What? I'm just kidding.
Mommy, I want this toy. I always wanted this one.
Oh.
Please, Mom.
Yes, that is a very cool toy, little Mona.
Yes, Mommy.
However, we're not buying toys today. I see that you're sad. It's okay to be sad about that. We are gonna go home now.
No, Mommy. I want it. Please, Mommy, I want it.
I know. I hear that you want the toy. I know you want the toy. You're really sad that we're not gonna get it today.
They never give me anything I want, Mommy.
We're gonna go home now, but when we go home, we can play with your Legos.
I don't want to go home, Mommy.
We can play with your Legos, or we can paint a picture. Which one would you like to do?
Yeah, I can play with the Legos, but I still want this toy, Mommy.
I know you want the toy.
I hate you, Mommy.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. And it's okay to hate
It's
me.
okay.
It's okay. Remember, the point is not for them to agree with you or calm down. The point is not to calm them down.
So you can take your child home crying and screaming
Of
and kicking.
course, yes, because all feelings are okay.
What if he just sits on the floor and said, "No, Mommy, I'm not gonna go home until I get this toy."
You calmly pick them up and take them out of the store. You stay calm.
Good luck.
This is not the time to teach them or to be like, listen. But so once the tantrum hits, this is actually a good point. Don't teach them in this moment. Don't explain. You don't have to explain.
They don't listen.
They're not listening to you.
Exactly.
Their brain has already went to black.
I want this. I want this. Yeah.
That's it. Now, when you do this over and over and over again, they understand, like, I'm not in trouble. Mommy and Daddy are not angry with me, but I'm still not going to get my way.
Yeah.
And that actually decreases their anxiety and tantrums over time.
Yeah,
But they feel
decrease it.
secure because they know how you're going to react. When children don't know how you're going to react, like if you just keep blowing up and hitting and sometimes you let them do something and sometimes they don't, that actually creates an anxiety. So anything repetitive in a pattern gives them a sense of safety and security.
They will learn the lesson is tantrum is not going to get them what they want.
But they're allowed to have the tantrum, but it's not going to, the boundary doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly go over a couple other tactics.
Okay.
So like I said, when kids know what's going to happen next, they are much calmer and much more cooperative.
Right.
So there is something called prep. Prep them for everything. And I started to even go to the grocery store. Prep them in the car, even if it's obvious what you're gonna do. Just say what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Right? We are going to the grocery store. We are going to buy apples and bananas and some chicken and a couple snacks for school. We're not going to be buying toys. We're not going to be buying soda. We're not going to be buying candy. Do you understand?
Yes, Mommy. Yes, Mommy.
Oh, but can I just pick one car? This is not the trip for toys today. Can you please help me pick out some good fruit?
Yes.
Great.
All right.
So you're going to prep them. This is really good for doctor's visits, dentist visits, visiting grandma and grandpa. We're going to go to grandma and grandpa's house. We are not going to rummage through their candy drawer without asking. We're not going to torture the cat. We're going to use gentle hands.
Okay.
When kids are going to go back to school, you are starting school tomorrow. You will be wearing a mask. You're going to line up in this area. Your teacher's going to take you inside. You're going to learn. There's going to be a lunchtime. I mean, the more detail you can put in what's about to happen, the more your child will be like, oh, we went over this. Books are really good for this. Even like educational YouTube videos are really good for this, especially if you're gonna like if it's going to be a first experience, like going on a plane, or we're going to ride a train. And you can practice on dolls, for example. If you're going to go to the doctor, if they're going to get a shot, you can practice on a doll. And you're going to keep it very positive, light, no big deal. Watch your tone, watch your body language, and they will follow suit. And you can start prepping for a week or two in advance of what's going to happen.
And you can, you can ask him, do you remember what we said? So what we're going to do? And let them repeat whatever they remember.
Yeah, repeating is good. When your kids are like whining and nagging and I want this, I want another bowl of ice cream, I want more. Always start with a yes. Even though it's a no in your parent brain, always start with the word yes. And that will diffuse them immediately.
Yes, you're gonna have it?
No. You agree with them. Yes, ice cream is so yummy. You're right. I wish I can have ice cream all the time.
Okay.
But
we
had our bowl of ice cream. That's enough for tonight. If you still want a sweet treat, you can pick a piece of fruit. Would you like some grapes or would you like some strawberries?
No, I still want the ice cream, Mommy.
I know. We can have ice cream again tomorrow if you'd like, but that's enough for today because we don't want our tummies to get hurt. Would you like some strawberries or would you like some grapes? I want that toy. Yes, that toy looks awesome. We're not here to buy toys today. However, we can pick out toys when it's Christmas time or when it's your birthday. So yes, yes, yes. Agree with them, empathize with them. At least they feel heard. And once they feel heard, all that anxiety and frustration goes down. Like, oh God, Mommy got me. Once you like get into their brains and you basically verbalize what they're feeling, okay, you get it. It's still a no. That sucks. But God, at least I feel heard. You know what I mean? Okay, the other tactic is the timer trick. This is really good. This feeds their power button, right? So when you're gonna go to a birthday party, let's say, number one, on your way to the birthday party, you're going to prep. We're going to go to this birthday party. There's probably gonna be pizza. There's gonna be cake. There might be a piñata. We are going to leave the party at 3 o'clock. That's when the party ends. You're probably gonna have a really fun time, but we're gonna leave at 3 o'clock. Now, when 2:45 hits, right? And people are still swinging and you got to get out there by 3, let's say, or let's say you want to leave a park. Anytime where there's a time limit involved, you're going to use the timer trick. You're going to find your child and say, it's 2:45. We are leaving in 15 minutes. You're going to take your phone out. You're going to set 15 minutes on the clock.
Really?
And you're going to let them hit start. So they feel like they are part of the process. This is not being done to them. You are bringing them in and giving them control. You want to hit the start button? Yeah, kids love to hit buttons, number one. So they'll be like, sure. The timer goes. You could say 10 more minutes. Oh, let's check our timer. Look at it going, 10 more minutes. All right, we got 10 more minutes of fun. We have 5 more minutes of fun. Okay, we got 2 more minutes of fun.
Oh.
The buzzer goes off. They can hit silent. We did it, 3 o'clock, let's go. And that weirdly works like a charm because they felt like they were in control of the time. Timer trick, timer trick, timer trick for time sensitive situations.
Okay.
Now you also have to fill their attention tank, right? They talk about the 10-minute miracle. So you, every day, you are gonna find a time that is feasible and try to do this as every day if you can. I know life is crazy and you work and things come up. But for each child, they are going to get a chunk of time of your undivided attention, okay? It could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, 15, whatever you can do counts.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say even you have a couple kids, you are going to give undivided attention just one-on-one with that child, meaning you're gonna put your phone away, you're gonna turn off the television, you're gonna say, hey, it's mommy, whatever your name is, time. What do you wanna do? They get to choose the activity. You are not gonna critique how they're playing. You're not gonna be like, oh, I don't wanna do that, let's do this. If they wanna color and they want to use a purple crayon to color in a child, don't be like, oh, that's not a color. Do not critique. They are the leaders of this play. You are going to give one-on-one, undivided attention, whatever they want to do. It's called the 10-minute miracle, and it works. So you fill up their attention tank so they don't feel the need to act out later for more of your attention using negative or unwanted behavior.
What about if you give the attention to the other kid and he gets jealous and he wants your attention at the same time?
Yeah, you have to do what you can. So that's hard because my kids are like that.
Yeah.
My kids want my attention.
Yeah, as soon as
They're very competitive with each other.
Yeah.
But you have to say, right now, it's me and so-and-so's time. Later on tonight, I'm going to have your time with you. Think about what you want during our special time. Yeah. If you have another parent around or another partner, it's really good to divide and conquer. Yeah. But it's really important that nothing infiltrates that time. Obviously, we want to use positive reinforcement to reinforce
good behavior,
or wanted behavior. So anytime they are doing something that you like as a parent, maybe they're sitting quietly.
Right,
you just
not
say,
doing anything.
I really love how you are sitting quietly right now. Good job. Good job being quiet. Quiet time is important. Maybe they ate without making a mess. I really noticed that you kept all your food in the plate today. Awesome.
Okay.
Little things. Reward and acknowledge everything positive that you want them to keep doing.
Yeah.
Also, we want to hold the boundary on big things, but you want to give a little leeway on the little things. Right. So let's say it's a little chilly outside. I don't want to wear my jacket. Is it that big of a deal? They can kind of learn on their own. Say, okay, you don't need to wear your jacket. You can take the jacket as a backup because you know they're going to get cold because kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Try to say okay to as much as you can say okay to.
If it's little things,
choose your battles, right?
Choose your battle. Yeah,
because if you keep controlling and refereeing and critiquing every little thing, they're just gonna throw their hands up and just feel defeated, right?
Yeah.
And
they will feel controlled in every little thing. They don't have any personality.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. They'll grow up not knowing how to make choices and waiting for someone to lead instead of being leaders on their own.
Or always doubting their decision.
Right.
Is it gonna please? Is it right? It's wrong? Is it gonna please my dad? Is it gonna please my mom?
Absolutely. It turns into people pleasing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that I have not mentioned punishments or timeouts.
Yes.
So I used to use timeouts all the time.
I noticed.
I love a good timeout. However, I've evolved after I took my parenting course that they don't recommend timeouts when they're having a tantrum or having, these big crazy feelings. Even though you just want it to like stop and get away from you. But in my mind, I was like, well, I'm still allowing them to be sad. It's just, if you're going to be crazy, you go do your crazy over there.
From me.
Go do crazy in your room and then come back when you're calm. And I thought that was reasonable. Now,
it was reasonable for a long time.
We didn't learn. I learned.
No, it was reasonable for a long time. I mean, we always...
Okay, well, number one, in my mind, they worked. Yeah. They had their tantrum in the room and they came out when they're calm. And I said, okay, are you calm now? Are you ready to... Let's talk about it. I sent you to your room because you rode the dog like a horse and we don't do that. And I told you that a million times. And so if you're going to keep doing that, you're going to have to keep sitting in your room.
Okay.
So the reason that is not the best way is because you're not really supporting them while they are being sad or angry, right? So if we're going to say all feelings are okay, why are we banishing them away for having feelings? Meaning we will only love and support you only when you're happy and chipper and obedient. And that's not right. We want to support them all the time. So instead of timeouts,
Uh-huh.
I still remove them out of the physical environment.
Okay.
We will still go to the room, but we will go to the room.
Oh, you
I
go
go
with
with them
them.
to the room.
Oh, okay.
And I will sit with them and I'll say, I still love you. You can be loud and angry and you can punch this pillow as much as you want and get your feelings out. I'm still gonna be here. And when you're ready to talk about it, I'm gonna be right here waiting for you. And do what you need to do, kid. Get it out.
Really?
Yeah.
And you tried it?
Yeah, or sometimes I just sit quietly next to them. And sometimes I ask, would you like me to sit with you? Or do you, because some kids really want space. They really kind of need to be alone. So I usually say, is it okay if I sit with you? My kids usually say, yes! So I'll just quietly sit in the room with them.
Oh.
And once they calm
So
down,
it's not really time out.
it's not a timeout.
Right.
Just, I'm gonna go into a quiet place with you and work through this with you. And when you're done, I'm right here and you're not in trouble.
Yeah.
Tantrums are never going to go away, okay? The point is to have them, it's not the point to have them just be like happy children all the time and just be totally calm and in control of their feelings. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So when it does happen, the more you implement these tactics, the tantrums will be less frequent and shorter in duration.
Right.
Do my kids still melt down? Yes, but it lasts sometimes seconds instead of 20 minutes, you know what I mean? So yeah, their brains are their brains. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Your
right.
kids are
You're
just
right.
like you. They're people just like you, right?
Not
you
like
want-
me.
Oh. They want to be heard and respected just like you do when you're having a not so great moment.
Right. Right.
Okay,
No.
love your kids. All kids are good kids. There's no such thing as a bad child. You just have to shower them with patience, love, and support.
So no punishment.
No punishments.
Not even a slap on the hand.
Nope. Definitely not a slap on the hand.
Slap on the...
Nope.
No?
Nope. No pow pow.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. It was allowed before. It's like one slap on the hand will emphasize what you just said.
Ooh.
It was.
Well, when we know better, we do better.
Yeah, I wish I had this classes some time ago.
So the two accounts that I follow and I continue to follow every single day on Instagram and Facebook is Big Little Feelings. And then I like to cross-check that information with another account led by another child therapist or psychologist. Her name is Dr. Siggy, older generation, but they all tend to basically say the same thing.
Oh, good.
I took the Big Little Feelings parenting course, but they all have parenting courses that you can buy. But if you don't have the money or can't afford it, they give a lot of free advice every single day. So just follow them and they will give you just really valuable nuggets for free on their accounts, and they post often throughout the day and they cover a range of topics. I hope that helped. Godspeed to all parents. Too dramatic?
Too dramatic.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.